Hey, it's your girl, Misty, for laughs, gags, and gossip, coming to you with a special edition. First of all, if you did not see the series finale of Being Mary Jane tonight, do not listen to this. Wait until you've watched it and come back because there are plenty of spoilers. So, you are warned. Spoiler alert. First of all, if you loved the series Being Mary Jane as much as I did, you have been waiting for a very long time for tonight. Because, first of all, we didn't think they were even going to come back. I mean, like, Salima Akil and Mara Brock Akil left the show, or left BET, moved to another network, and then he had a bunch of drama going on, and we just didn't think it would happen. But they promised us and they delivered. Now, there was a whole lot going on tonight. I mean, like, doing the absolute most. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love doing the most, but there's a big part of me that wishes that they could have just at least dragged this out for, say, even a 6-episode finale. But they didn't. They crammed it all into 2 hours, and so we were moving in fast forward. Now, there are some shows that I'd love to see moving fast forward, but Mary Jane, that's my girl, and I really like Gabrielle Union in that role. She's done incredible things with it. She just, every one of her men, her clothes, her career, her house, her cars. She bakes, she cooks, she does everything. And you know what I mean when I say everything. The girl's a freak, okay? Anyway, so tonight we started out with finding out, well, they kind of opened with the wedding scene. So you didn't really know who she was going to marry. So we all kind of hedged our bets. Now, I must admit, I've been rooting for Justin Michael Ealy the entire time. And that's because, yeah, I admit it, I had a crush on him since he was in Barbershop. I mean, I don't know. Just, whatever, sue me. I liked him. But Morris Chestnut was coming at her in this series, too. He was kind of like the surprise. We hadn't seen him before. And he's hot, too. Well, I won't tell you the end before I get to the middle. So we also had Niecy, who was her niece. And she's been going through life changes. She's got 2 kids. She's a single mom. She's really trying hard, but she gets sidetracked. She just trusts men too much. But this time in the series finale, she ended up with a really decent guy, and that's good. I mean, essentially, I think it was a fairy tale ending because everybody seemed to get exactly what they wanted. Now, some of it was believable. Some of it was a little bit of a stretch. Oh, they did try to touch on some serious topics. Kira, her producer, ended up being diagnosed with breast cancer. And that's something that's very near and dear to me. And I really wish that they had more time to talk about that. But they did a good job. They didn't sugarcoat it. She ended up having a bilateral mastectomy. And then she actually reconnected with her love. I mean, it worked out for everyone in the end, but that was a rough part for her. Mary Jane, we found out that Mary Jane's fertility treatments worked when she went and she had her embryos implanted in her that it took. Now, I have to say that I kept thinking for the whole time that it was going to actually be Justin's baby because Justin came back into Mary Jane's life like 2 weeks after she had the artificial insemination. So I'm thinking, well, maybe there's a chance it's his baby. I don't know why they didn't do any DNA, but anyway, they didn't. And I guess they didn't need to because it was just kind of assumed that it was the test tube baby. So blah, blah, blah. Justin comes back. He wants to marry Mary Jane. She's happy as hell because she doesn't know at this point in the beginning of the show whether or not the in vitro took. Well, it turns out it took. She hadn't told Justin that she had gone through with the procedure. He felt betrayed. He didn't think he could raise another man's child. Wah, 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 cry me a river. Okay, so Justin leaves the scene. And now remember, we're doing everything in a 2-hour episode, right? So they got to wrap it all up nice and neat, but we're going on fast forward. So it was kind of like Benjamin Button in the reverse. So Justin leaves, and then that's when Morris Chestnut enters the picture. He's Mary Jane's long-lost, dorky college boyfriend that was such a nerd, and they never thought he could get it together, but he comes back, and he's this big chocolate hunk, okay? So he and Mary Jane, he just happens to run into her at her Lamaze class, and I mean, she got to Lamaze like within the first 15 minutes. I mean, we started with the embryos she's pregnant, and then 15 minutes later, she's full belly in Lamaze class. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So he was like her stand-in, did everything that he possibly could to make her pregnancy as comfortable as possible. He went to Lamaze. He wanted to be there for everything. She has the baby. He becomes the nanny substitute. He's the backup nanny. He's the backup boyfriend. He's just everything. So, after all is said and done, Mary Jane ends up with, who do you think? My man, Michael Ealy. Okay, and I'm really glad that she did. Oh, the parents, remember, they were going to get a divorce because the mom had stepped out on the dad with Fred Williamson. Now, I can't remember if they actually slept together or if she went there and she was going to sleep with him. I mean, they were kind of up in years, so it's like whatever they did is kind of, I give them a pass. But anyway, and remember the dad couldn't get over that because he had actually raised Patrick as his own, and then Patrick found out that Fred Williamson, the Hammer, was actually his dad. So all of that happened. At the end of the show, everything worked out. It was a fairy tale ending for Mary Jane. She finally got her happily ever after. We're very happy about that. Oh, we know that Justin's rich, right? So, of course, weddings were no problem for him. They had this big glamorous wedding, and when they came back, it was Mary Jane and Justin, and then the dad decided that he didn't want to divorce the mom and he wants to take her on a cruise instead. Looks like Niecy got her man. I mean, all's well that ends well. It was a great show. It had a great run. I'm really sad to see it go, but I can't help but there's one thing that's been bugging me, and I don't know. I just want to put this out there. The fact that Michael Ealy won out over Morris Chestnut, even though Morris Chestnut stepped up when Michael Ealy ran away, smacks of colorism to me. Now, I could be wrong, but it's just kind of a feeling I had. So, I want you to drop in the comments and let me know if this was your happy ending for Mary Jane, how you felt about the series finale, what happened versus what you would have liked to see. And we're going to be waiting for your comments. Okay? And if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry that I ruined it for you, but just pretend you didn't hear this and go watch it anyway. Okay? Love, peace, and giggles. Bye.